Hello everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Watch my video and subscribe my channel. 3 plots for Finn while Steffy's gone. These hot plots take center stage. According to the bold and the beautiful spoilers, there may be 3 plots to keep Finnegan busy while Steffy Forrester is away. These sizzling stories could take center stage. So let's discuss Finn's next steps. 1. Discovering the entire truth about Liam's tumor recovery. For starts, Finn is hooked on the Grace Buckingham problem since he knows something isn't right. Finn is relieved that Liam Spencer would be able to recuperate, but he is perplexed by Grace's actions and the covert manner in which she handled everything. Now that Steffy has decided to leave town with the kids for a while, Finn may spend the time investigating. Grace's tumor scam and bogus procedure must be revealed because it appears that is where this tale is headed. 2. Establishing a mother-son bond with Sheila. Finn had already taken a step toward bonding with Sheila when he arrived at Aiel Giardino to thank her for standing up for Steffy. Of course, Steffy expressed her gratitude to Sheila, so things are beginning to change on B&B. Steffy isn't ready to forgive all of Sheila's errors, but she acknowledges that Sheila has changed her life on some way. Perhaps Steffy will permit some bonding between Finn and Sheila while she is away from the canvas. 3. Discovering Luna is alive and under Lee's care. Naturally, we have to talk about Luna Nozawa, as Finn clearly has mixed feelings about her death. Things will become even more complex for Finn when he discovers Luna isn't truly dead. Everything points to Lee Finnegan faking Luna's death and hiding her somewhere for the remainder of her rehabilitation. It's only a matter of time before Finn figures it all out, so that could make for an interesting story while Steffy is away. According to the bold and the beautiful teasers, Finn will have enough to do while Steffy is away and Jacqueline McInnes Wood is on maternity leave. So stay tuned for more on the Good Doctor's upcoming announcement. Dr. Finn uncovers a dark secret. Liam Spencer recently made a miraculous recovery on the bold and the beautiful. Grace Buckingham's $1 million surgery has resulted in his tumor-free status. But Liam's recuperation makes no medical sense, and Dr. John Finnegan won't let it go without an explanation. Will Dr. Finn discover a hidden secret behind Liam Spencer's cancer diagnosis and amazing recovery? Here's what's coming next on Bold and Beautiful, with new spoilers below. Dr. Finn searches for answers. There's something significantly off about Liam Spencer's operation and new lease on life, and Dr. Finn can't pinpoint it. According to B&B teasers, Steffy Forrester's husband will conduct a thorough inquiry at the hospital. Finn knows Dr. Grace Buckingham is hiding something, and he intends to find out what it is. Will he unearth something so twisted that he wishes it remained buried? One possibility is that Dr. Buckingham defrauded the Spencer family of $1 million. Is it feasible that she misled Liam Spencer into believing he was dying in order to get Bill Spencer to throw her $1 million? It's simple to miraculously cure someone who was never in danger to begin with. However, Grace appeared to really care about Liam's recuperation, making it difficult for viewers to accept that argument. Was Grace a pawn? On the other side, bold and the beautiful spoilers suggest Grace Buckingham may have been a pawn in Liam Spencer's sick plan to reclaim Steffy Forrester from Dr. Finn. Would Liam really go so far as to pretend to have cancer and pay Grace Buckingham to fabricate his test results and surgery in order to get Steffy to leave him? If that was Liam's strategy, it appears to be working perfectly. Finn and Bridget want answers right now. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Friday, July 25th, 2025 see Bridget and Finn scratching their heads, attempting to figure out what happened to Liam. What was Grace up to? Bridget Forrester and John Finnegan became suspicious when they learned that Grace Buckingham had freed Liam Spencer from the hospital after he had sustained a gunshot wound. They were even more concerned when they learned he had successfully had brain surgery to remove the tumor. Finn couldn't understand why Grace didn't tell him what was going on, or why she thought it was acceptable for Liam to recover at Dollar Bill Spencer's house. When Finn viewed the clean scans, he thought it was too good to be true. When Finn and Bridget meet at the hospital, they discuss the unusual turn of events and resolve to investigate. Nothing about Liam's case adds up, but it appears that he will live. Read this, The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Ivy and Liam get second chance following miraculous recovery. Hope for Sheila. Meanwhile, Liam continues to heal at Bill's house, accompanied by Steffy Forrester Finnegan. She still believes Liam is a true medical miracle, but he may not be. They don't have much time to talk about it, since Sheila Carter pays Liam a visit and thanks him for his heroic actions. Yes, Luna Nozawa died after Liam shot her, but she understands why. Even Steffy is pleasant to Sheila, which she does not expect. First, Lee Finnegan treated her nicely, and now, her daughter-in-law? Sheila never imagined she'd see the day. This gives Sheila optimism that Steffy would finally let Finn and Hayes into her life. Is Steffy ready to finally give in? They appear to have reached an agreement at the art school, but Steffy may never forget that Sheila shot her in cold blood 3 years ago. Watch all new episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful weekdays on CBS to discover how these plots unfold. Grace's meltdown. Who scammed her $1 million? According to The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Dr. Grace Buckingham has an epic meltdown after sending a $1 million payment to an outside account for Bill Spencer. The soapy drama did not reveal the recipient of the enormous sum of money, simply Grace's meltdown after completing the transaction. B&B fans feel Grace, or one of her daughters, is in deep jeopardy. She rarely breaks the law, so her extortion scheme is out of character for her. Something is clearly wrong with her, but no one knows exactly what it is, at least not yet. Grace Buckingham's drama with Bridget Forrester. Dr. Bridget Forrester confronts Grace about Liam Spencer. She asks why she discharged Liam so quickly after his life-saving gunshot surgery. Liam almost died when Luna Nozawa put the trigger on him. He intended to safeguard Steffy Forrester from the insane murderer. In addition to the gunshot wound, Liam thought he was dying from an incurable brain tumor. Grace diagnosed Liam with a fatal brain tumor and gave him weeks to survive. According to The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Grace devised a surgical procedure to remove his tumor after surviving Luna's attack. She informed Bill that it would cost $1 million, but there was a catch. It couldn't take place in the hospital, and it had to be kept secret. Bill jumped at the opportunity to save his son's life. He promptly sent the money to the dubious doctor. However, Dr. John Finnegan and Bridget are hot on her trail and suspect there is something sinister about Grace's behavior. B&B fans believe that Dr. Reese Buckingham is behind the scam. The Bold and the Beautiful audience believe Dr. Reese Buckingham is behind the scheme. Reese is not new to breaking the law. Several years ago, he kidnapped Hope Logan, Liam's daughter. He delivered her baby in a shady Catalina clinic and informed them that their baby girl had died. He then informed Taylor Hayes that he had found Steffy, a baby to adopt. He arranged for an unlawful adoption. Steffy named the newborn Phoebe, like her twin sister. She cared for this adorable infant for several months before it was discovered that Phoebe was actually Beth Spencer. Eventually, Liam and Spencer discovered the truth and gained custody of their daughter. Steffy gladly gave her back, even though it shattered her heart. Reese departed Los Angeles to dodge the consequences. Later, viewers discovered he was in prison. However, it is possible that he earned his release and has returned to his nefarious ways. B&B followers, do you think Reese is blackmailing Grace? If not, who do you believe she sent the $1 million payoff to? Taylor pulls a Brooke stunt, prompting Ridge to cancel their engagement? Taylor Hayes appears to be more concerned about Brooke Logan coming between her and Ridge Forrester on the CBS soap next week. And she's taking matters into her own hands, with a little assistance from Nick Marone. Taylor Hayes is worried about Brooke Logan's next move on Bold and the Beautiful. Nick Marone paid Taylor Hayes a visit last week on The Bold and the Beautiful. He teased Taylor about the potential of Brooke Logan moving in with Ridge Forrester when they were in Italy. While Taylor initially appears to be unconcerned with Brooke's activities, it is clear that she is not at ease with her adversary or Ridge. She tells Nick that she is convinced Ridge would not sway, but Nick can tell she doesn't believe it. Taylor finally drops her stoic stance and presents Nick with a plan last week on Bold and the Beautiful. Taylor hopes Brooke ends up in Marone's arms. This brings us to next week, when Taylor and Nick plan to protect Ridge and Taylor's romance, while Ridge is in Italy with Brooke and Eric Forrester. BNB. Ridge Forrester hears Eric Forrester's predictions. Last week on Bold and the Beautiful, Eric confronted Ridge about the potential of losing Brooke permanently. Eric likes Taylor, but he continues to believe Brooke is his son's genuine love. Ridge consistently defies his father. He continues his spiel about his commitment to Taylor, and Ridge is done. Ridge is tempted to return to Brooke, but he must consider the other members of his family first. Steffy Forrester will be devastated, but Eric neatly addresses it by noting they are adults, and the heart wants whatever it wants. One of the reasons he has given for keeping to his commitment to Taylor on Bold and the Beautiful is that she is open with him. She does not play the same games that Brooke Logan has in the past. Taylor, however, is going to ruin Ridge's perception. Bold and the Beautiful. Ridge furious as Taylor uses Brooke's playbook. On Bold and the Beautiful, a desperate Taylor Hayes joins forces with Nick Marone behind Ridge and Brooke's back. This is what Brooke would do, and Ridge disliked it. Taylor's honesty was a major factor in his decision to choose Taylor over Brooke, especially since he thought Brooke had betrayed him by joining the Forrester Creations takeover. But on Bold and the Beautiful last week, Eric told his son that he was mistaken about Brooke's intentions. She was trying to reclaim the company for the Forresters. Taylor is now in cahoots with Nick, and this could backfire. BNB. Taylor unintentionally gives Brooke a path back to Ridge. Ridge Forrester has made it clear on Bold and Beautiful that he despises Nick Marone, and he's repeatedly told Taylor how much he despises the guy. Ridge also made it obvious that he does not want Nick to join them on their trip to Italy. Taylor defied Ridge's desires by asking Nick to go and keep Brooke entertained. According to the Bold and the Beautiful teasers, Nick will travel to Italy with Brooke, Ridge, and Eric next week. So it appears that Taylor got her way. Ridge will most likely find out on Bold and the Beautiful when Nick tells Brooke that Taylor wanted him on the trip. This gives Brooke the finest ammunition yet to convince Ridge to end his engagement to Taylor and return to her. Brooke only needs to remind Ridge why he ran to Taylor in the first place. He believed she had conspired against him in the takeover. However, Taylor is now doing the same thing, conspiring with Nick behind his back. She wanted Marone to be her watchdog in Italy. This narrative suggestion would provide Ridge with the opportunity to end his engagement to Taylor Hayes and return to Brooke Logan. Fans feel that if this is how B&B plays out, Ridge Forrester will be relieved because he knows his father was correct on the CBS soap. Eric Forrester's desperate attempt to stop Nick Marone changes everything in Italy. Eric Forrester confronts Nick Marone about Brooke Logan, resulting in unexpected sabotage in Italy. Will Nick reach Brooke before it is too late? Bold and Beautiful spoilers. Eric's desperate move to stop Nick Marone changes everything in Italy. The gloves are off in Italy. Just when we thought the war for Brooke Logan's heart couldn't get much hotter, Eric Forrester takes matters into his own hands. And let me assure you, this is not your average, meddling father-in-law scenario. We're discussing sabotage, confrontations, and a desperate sea captain racing against the clock. Eric Forrester draws the line, stay away from Brooke. Eric Forrester has had enough. The Forrester patriarch met Nick Marone with a warning that sent shockwaves across Los Angeles. What's his message? Stay away from Brooke Logan. But here's the thing. Eric isn't simply being protective. Oh no, he has an agenda, and it is called Ridge Forrester. See, Eric is desperate for Brooke to reconcile with his son. Never mind Ridge's current engagement to Taylor Hayes. Never mind that Brooke might have feelings for Nick. Brooke and Ridge, according to Eric, are destiny. What happens when Eric Forrester decides something is destiny? Keep an eye out. This man doesn't merely meddle, he orchestrates. Sabotage at sea. Nick's Italian nightmare. This is when things become really fascinating. Nick Marone had plans. Big plans. Romantic plans include visiting Italy and reuniting with the woman he loves. But suddenly, mysteriously, everything goes wrong. What about travel arrangements? Sabotaged. Can he accompany Brooke? Gone. Coincidence? I think not. Nick encounters obstacle after obstacle, each of which conveniently keeps him from getting anywhere near Brooke. Where does Brooke end up instead? On Ridge's boat. Of course she does. Because when did anything in this love triangle ever seem simple? The poor sea captain is left scrambling, anxiously trying to get another boat to follow them. Can you imagine the frustration? The man who controls ships for a living can't even acquire a basic boat when he needs it the most. Ridge and Brooke sail into danger, or destiny. While Nick is trapped on shore, tearing his hair, Brooke and Ridge are sailing into the Italian sunset. Let's be honest for a second. Eric's fingerprints are all over it. The timing is too perfect. The impediments are too convenient. Eric warned Nick to back off. But what happens when warnings do not work? Well, it appears that the Forrester patriarch is not above a little imaginative interference. But here's what keeps me on the edge of my seat. What happens when Brooke finds out? Because she'll find out. Secrets like this do not stay hidden in soapland. What happens when Brooke Logan realizes that someone, particularly her previous father-in-law, has been manipulating her love life? Fireworks. Pure fireworks. What does this mean for everyone involved? Nick Marone isn't one to give up. This is a man who has loved Brooke for years, had a son with her, and returned deliberately to win her heart. A few botched travel arrangements won't stop him. If anything, they'll make him more determined. Ridge Forrester? He's got Brooke just where he wants her, aboard a lovely boat in Italy. But is he even aware of his father's interference? Or is he the innocent victim of Eric's deception? And Taylor Hayes? The woman is engaged to Ridge and is sitting at home while her fiancé sails off with his ex-wife. If this doesn't blow up that engagement, I'm not sure what will. Eric Forrester may believe he is defending his vision of destiny, but he is actually playing with fire. Brooke appreciates honesty above all else. When she learns this manipulation, Eric may find himself on the wrong side of Logan's rage. The bigger picture. This isn't just about a boat ride through Italy. This is about control. Regarding who gets to decide Brooke's future, Eric clearly believes he has the right to orchestrate her love life, to push her toward Ridge regardless of her heart's desires.